My name is Arya, and I am an intuitive, a life coach, an energy healer, as well as a shamanic priestess. So I am here on this new moon, happy new moon in Aquarius, and I know that everyone is talking about this being a new moon in Pisces, but we are doing it differently because I am following the Sidereal astrological school, which basically takes into account the positionings, the size of the constellations, where they're positioned, and it doesn't take into account all the different times in our history where we've basically adjusted the calendar to suit our needs. So according to Sidereal Astrology, today is the new moon and it is in the sign of Aquarius, which is the water bearer. It is the sign of the rebel, of the person who looks beyond, basically the visionary, the person who is about doing things their own way, about just not fitting into any of society's boxes. It's very much about freedom. It's about the collective, about caring about all humanity, not just ourselves. So that is resonating with me. So I am going to share this new moon ritual to manifest freedom, manifest new ways of doing things. And if we feel stuck in our lives, this would be the perfect new moon to set intentions for being awakened to doing things differently, to going outside of what we may feel is comfortable and being the rebel in a way that not only benefits us, but benefits the collective. So I am here to teach you how to do a new moon ritual. So the first thing we do is we cast a circle. And you don't need a fancy wand. I just like using my wand. So we cast a circle clockwise. So I cast it twice. And when you release the circle, you cast it counterclockwise. So I have one circle, two circles now to show you how it's done. So I am calling in our spirit guides, angels, archangels, beings of the highest frequencies of unconditional love, light, and healing to guide us and support us on this new moon, with setting the intentions for the next lunar cycle for all that we wish to manifest. Taking a deep breath. And I like to call in the guardians of the direction. So I'm going to start with the east. Calling in the guardians of the east. Gateway of air, new beginnings, freshness of spring, of blowing out what is no longer in service of our highest and best good and blowing in new opportunities. Thanking the guardians of the east for their presence. Calling in the guardians of the south, element of fire, transformational gateway. Everything that is not in service being burned and transformed, transmuted into something that is usable for our highest and best good. Welcoming the guardians of the south. Calling in the guardians of the west, element of water. The cleansing, purifying waters of emotional healing, of transformation, of change. Welcoming the guardians of the west. Calling in the guardians of the north, element of earth, element of our ancestors, place of our ancestors. And here I would like to give thanks to the ancestors of the land that we are currently on here in Los Angeles. It's Tongva land. Welcoming the ancestors of this land. And you have native land wherever you are doing this ritual. So giving thanks for the guardians of that land. Calling in the guardians of the upper realm, the realm of the Akash, angelic gateways. Welcoming them for their presence. Calling in the guardians of the middle realm, the earthly realm, this realm that we are in. Thanking the guardians of this realm. Calling in the guardians of the underworld, the crystal kingdom, ley lines. Welcoming the guardians of the underworld. And now our circle is open. Let the healing begin. So it is a new moon. It is a perfect time to set intentions. And on this new moon, I want to focus on clearing out old, outmoded ways of thinking that are not in service of what we are trying to manifest. And many of us have a lot of these conditioned thought patterns these karmic ties that it's like we're repeating the same cycle and we just don't know how to get out of it. So I invite you to set the intention to break through those old chains. Yes, that's the right word. Those old chains, those bonds, those things that are just no longer serving us. It's like the snake. The snake is, once it's ready to shed its skin, it just molts it off, and it's like it feels tight before it lets it go. And then it molts it, and then it's a bigger, more beautiful, more centered, more connected animal. And I love the element, well, actually, I love the animal, the snake, because to me, it signifies transformation. So I'm not sure why that came to me, but I'm thinking that I'm really feeling this transformational energy. So it's 2020, it's February, it's the new moon, it's time to set intention. So I am going to clear the space, and I'm going to show you how to clear the space. So you can clear the space using a variety of different methods. I know a lot of people use white sage, but I do want to caution you that white sage is endangered. And it's also a medicine that the Native Americans use. So if you do use white sage, please use it sparingly. You pretty much only need one leaf. You really don't need a lot. So like one bundle can last you for a long, long time. And the other thing I want to caution you with is to always make sure that you are dealing with a reputable source for getting your white sage, because a lot of the white sage that's on the market is not being ethically farmed. It's not being ethically produced. It's basically being stolen off of reservations. So you don't want to bring that karmic energy into your ritual. It's not good for the collective. It's not good for you. It's not good for the environment. So everything is interconnected. So please be mindful of that. Another way of clearing a space would be through sound. So I have a sound bowl here. So first thing we're gonna do is clear the space with sound. Breathing into the sound. Allowing it to just penetrate every cell in our body. Cleansing and clearing all that is not in service of our highest and best good. This is a solar plexus singing bowl, and I'm loving it because I'm feeling it like right here, right above my belly button. So if you want to be in your power center, this is definitely something you want to play with. And because I do like a little bit of sage, I am going to light one little leaf, see, in my fire, giving thanks to the great spirit of the white sage, giving thanks to the ancestors of the land, giving thanks to the mother plant that produced this beautiful leaf, clearing our hands. And you want to see the smoke rise through your fingers, clearing your head, your body. You can clear your feet, which you can't see on mine, for your steps and where you're going. And being very mindful and thankful for the cleansing and clearing of this beautiful plant. So if you like to play with tuning forks, that's another way of using sound. You can smudge with rosemary, dried rosemary, lavender, cedar. Those are much more sustainable and available modes to cleanse and clear your space using smudging. So, candle is lit. Sending you healing, transformational fire energy. I like to anoint myself with perfume, which I've already done, but I'll do a little bit more. Sorry. A little bit messy on my altar right now. So I like to anoint my hands as well as my heart space, my third eye, for being connected in my body, being grounded in my heart, for seeing clearly. So you can feel free to anoint with whatever perfumes, whatever essential oils that you feel called to. My favorites are jasmine, gardenias, rose. I do love resin oak moss, which is a beautiful essential oil. It's nice and thick and earthy. So whatever you feel called to anoint with, you don't have to have all of these things, but you can incorporate them as we go along. And I like to have my crystals. So One of my favorite crystals for the new moon, it is for the new moon, is labradorite. And I love black moonstone. So I have this big, beautiful black moonstone sphere radiating all this kind of energy. Can you tell I love it? Okay, so that is how my altar is set up. My altar is set up with the crystal elements on the north, the sound or air elements in the east. So whether it's like you have a leaf of white sage, or you have some incense, or you have a tuning fork or a sound bowl, that would be in the east. In the south would be your fire. Oh, actually I have my chakra. I have an orange candle that I love for the sacral chakra, which I'm working on a course to heal it. So I'm gonna light that one. So sending you wonderful healing energies for your sacral chakra as well. Your center of creativity, of sensuality, of fertility, and not just physical fertility, fertility of your projects, of your ideas, of the things you want to bring into this world. Yes, gotta light you. And then in the West, we have our oils or anything if you want to make an offering of water, depending on what spirits and you're working with. So for me, I have some oils and I have a honey jar in there. So what I like to do on the new moon is I like to set my intentions for the next lunar cycle, which is what we're doing. The new moon is a time to shed away with things that are no longer serving us, and also setting intentions for what we are. So the way I like to set intentions is by basically writing out, I am blah, blah, blah. I am manifesting $10,000 within the next lunar cycle. I am manifesting more clients. I am manifesting a new home. I am manifesting a new love, a new job, whatever it is that's in your heart. I welcome you to really not just think of the little things that you need, because we all need, our basic needs met, but we also need to think a little bit bigger and think a little bit outside of the realm of what we've been trained to believe that we deserve, because we truly deserve to have our heart's desires, are those kind of like really heartfelt needs met. But I also invite you to, whatever you're calling in for this next lunar cycle, tie it to how it's going to benefit not just yourself, but how it's going to benefit your family, the society around you. Like, what are you going to do with that new job, with those new resources, with the new home? Like, how are you going to use what you're calling in to not only create joy and beauty and abundance for yourself, but to bring that forward into the world? Oh, my lamp. Beautiful crystal lamp. Okay, so before I get sidetracked, so that's what I'm saying. So I want to take a little moment to do a little bit of a cleansing, clearing meditation, which I like to do before I set my intentions. So I want you to take a moment, take a deep breath through your nose, filling your lungs and your belly, extending your belly, and then exhaling it. Doing that again. Exhaling through your mouth. And on this third inhale, I want you to envision your body being filled with white light. And when you exhale, you're going to envision any cords to any negative energies, any low densities, any habits, anything that is not serving you. I want you to envision all those cords being blasted away. So deep breath in, hold it at the top, and just blast those cords, clearing yourself energetically of anything and everything that is not in service of your highest and best good. So, and now we are ready to set our intentions. So you can take as much time as you'd like. I think for the next video, I'm going to do a meditation with you, a guided meditation to see what's really in your heart. But again, take this time to really key into what's in your heart, like really step into who you are, really asking yourself, especially now since it's Mercury retrograde. Mercury's in retrograde, which means this is a time for us to reevaluate, reassess, redo. Basically, it's a cosmic do-over, is how I've been hearing it and how I would like to convey this. It's not a time to like be freaking out or like all fearful. That's like 3D stuff. We don't need that. We are ascending, we are elevating our consciousness. We do not need that fear-based mentality. And my third eye is buzzing. So we don't need that fear-based mentality. Let's just take this time to just cue into ourselves, like just take a moment to just recenter ourselves, reevaluate, re-envision what we need to do to make the life that we want to bring into fruition come forth. So it's a perfect time. It's a new moon. Set your intentions. Set your intentions in the present tense. I am blah, blah, blah. I am manifesting more clients for my coaching practice so that I can reach and empower more women and aid them in their healing and ascension. You know, whatever it is that you're called to bring in. Bring it in, and bring it in a big way, because now is the time. It is 2020. It is time for us to get off our butts, off our asses, and just go for exactly what we desire, and maintain that vibration. So that's the other aspect of manifestation. When you set your intention, make sure that you're looking for proof every moment of how you're secure, how you're safe, how you have your home, you have a roof over your head, you have food in the refrigerator, you have, your basic needs met. Like, let's give thanks for those little ways, the little ways that our friends show us that they love us, that they care about us. The fact that people just call and check in on us, hey, how are you? Or send us a text. Those are all ways that the universe is showing us that we're supported and that we're loved and that we're held. And that is the vibration that we need to maintain if we intend to manifest the things that we want to bring into this physical plane. So those are my tips. That is how I do my ritual. Next time I will give you more details as to what Sidereal Astrology is, as to how we are, as to more about the signs and more about what they mean. This was kind of a little bit of a quicker one, but I really wanted to get this out for those that would like to do a ritual and that wanted to do a ritual with me. So thank you so much. I invite you to please click the thumbs up button, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel. I am going to be doing a lot more videos, a lot more often, about how I manifest, how I transformed my life, and how I can, how I'm here basically to support others to do the same. So happy new moon. May all of your intentions come to fruition. And do not give up. I am here to tell you that all your desires are in your heart because you deserve them, because you are worthy of them, because the universe wants you to have them, and the universe has your back. So, blessings on this new moon in Aquarius. Happy February 23rd. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Namaste.